Yes guys, how's it going? Welcome back to a new video. Newcastle United returned to the Premier League season this afternoon with a huge 3-0 win. A very convincing 3-0 win against Leicester down at the King Power Stadium. 3-0 up at half-time, 2-0 up within 7 minutes. We got in there, we got the job done, and we take home, as I say, a huge 3 points. We know how good Newcastle were the first half of this season. In fact, Eddie Howe was asked in his interview, did the break make a difference to the team? Eddie Howe said, I hope not. I hope they can get back in there and continue the way we left off. And we did exactly that. They also said that Newcastle have or had one of the worst Premier League Boxing Day records. I've got a feeling that might change in the next few years, and it started today. A really big win for us. The lineup's come out. There's no Callum Wilson due to illness. I'm thinking okay. There was also no Maxi. We went for Joe Linton on the left instead, which I thought is slightly more of a defensive option. There was no John Joe Shelvey. It's understood that he's injured for the next 6 to 8 weeks with a calf injury. But generally speaking, Bruno was on. Almiron was on, as I said, Joe Linton was on, the back four are there with Nick Pope, and I thought we've got a good chance today, but without Callum Wilson, it could be tough. In fairness, Leicester had some players missing as well. One man to see in the crowd looking a little bit upset was James Maddison, the player that Newcastle have been heavily linked with over the summer, and already for this upcoming January. You know, if there was any way to show him that maybe he could make the jump over to Newcastle, I think we showed it today because we were on it. As I say, from the first whistle, and you think about a game away from home, you expect that maybe they'll come out quick. They were at home. They are back for Boxing Day. As I say, I hope you guys all enjoyed your Christmas, enjoyed your Boxing Day. Big up to all the Newcastle fans who were down there. It was a big game, and you want to see you win, and they started slow. You know, we were the team who were out the blocks. We wanted it more, and a little bit of sloppy passing around the edge of their own box led Joe Linton onto the ball. Very tidy touch around the player. Goes down. It's a pen. And Chris Wood, as I say, as much as I love to see Callum Wilson on the pitch, it was the man, Chris Wood, who slams the ball home to put us 1-0 up. And yeah, we were the team that started quicker. We were the team who looked like they wanted it more from the very first second the game started. And then, you know what it is? We've scored Almiron. How good is he? I'm almost lost for, I don't know what to say. He's so good. The ball comes into him. He's got so much freedom. He plays a fantastic little 1-2 ball with Bruno. A great little touch from Almiron into the box. Bottom corner. 2-0. And I should mention the fact that Trippier was making the overlap. Bruno dropped in. Miggy's been doing that little move and pass and run a few times. It doesn't seem that teams can stop it, and it keeps working. So Miggy grabs the second goal. I think around the 20th minute or so, Leicester started to find a little bit more possession. They maybe came into it a little bit more. Pretty much the way they should have started the game, but we did. They were the home side. I think they were getting a little bit of, oomph from the fans. We need to go and do something. And as impressive as it is that we went and scored those early goals, got into the game very quick, when they started to have a little bit more of the ball, maybe got a little bit of confidence, we had the composure to slow it down a little bit. Let the ball go out. Let the ball run out a little bit longer. We're 2-0 up. We're away from home. We were calm, composed. It wasn't, oh my God, they've got the ball. We need to get the ball. We need to do something. We took it in our stride. We let them have a little bit of possession. They weren't overly threatening. And that's as I say, and it's funny because we go into this game today and I'm looking at the lineups, no Callum Wilson, it's away against Leicester, and it's like, can we continue? Because we've been so good this season, and it's just, I think, still in my mind as a Newcastle fan, is when's it all going to blow up? It's not like that, and it's those moments of play in the middle of the game where we have the composure to take the ball, to slow down, to stop and think, where I think, these guys have got their heads switched on. They know what they're doing. And then, as I say, as we are trying to ride that out a little bit, we get a corner. Trippier puts the ball in. That's something else that's different about this Newcastle side that maybe it has been over the last few years. We've got some big lads in the box. When you've got players like Botman, Byrne, and the big man Joe Linton in the box, you can create danger in the opposition territories. And the ball comes in. Not the greatest of marking from Leicester's, but Joe Linton finds the space round the back, leaves one defender, over the top, heads the ball into the back of the net, I think around the 30-ish, 35-minute mark. That was 3-0. We held the ball out through till half-time. They did come out and create a little bit of pressure second half. They came out with, I think Vardy came on, Jose Perez, someone we know well, came on. They created a little bit of danger, but I felt like in the second half, we'd won. We'd won 3-0. It was back to what I mentioned earlier. Stay composed, stay clever, keep the ball, and we'll ride this game out, and that's pretty much what we did. They had a few little efforts. Nick Pope made a pretty decent save at the end there as well, but overall, we held on. We didn't make many subs very early. We left the subs a little bit late. Is that because Eddie Howe was confident the players that he's got will be ready? I think it's like 5 days break until we play Leeds on New Year's Eve, or maybe he needs more backup off that bench because, I mean, we didn't have the most depth on the bench. Was he scared to bring players on too early in case it didn't go to plan? And maybe that's why we need to be looking in this January window to really try and help boost that. I talk about Wilson being ill and, you know, just when it looks like Shelvey's going to be back to try and help with this second half of the season push, he's injured for the next 6 to 8 weeks. So that's a real shame. But we've kicked off this second half of the season in style. I've got to say, it's good luck from your new top. It must be. But yeah, I'm over the moon. Big up to all the Newcastle fans who made it down there on Boxing Day. I hope you all had a great Christmas. I did. It's my girlfriend's birthday today, so she loved watching the football next door. Not really, but we're going out later to celebrate her birthday and the Newcastle win with a beer or two as well. So yes, I hope you guys have all had a great couple of days. Looking forward now to probably a few days rest before the fun starts again for New Year, and when we see Newcastle take on Leeds at St James's Park on New Year's Eve. I will be there, so if you're not subscribed and you have enjoyed this video, be sure to do so. Hopefully, we can see Newcastle get their final home win of the year, and really keep this going. As I say, second in the league at the moment. It's been good and we want to keep it going. Alright guys, thanks for watching as always. Let me know what you thought of the game. Do you think it was a well-deserved 3-0 win? Do you think we could have had more? Was there anything you might have changed in the second half when maybe we could have made a change or two? Let me know your thoughts down below. But as always guys, thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you later.